So there's something that I haven't said ever. Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. So on Instagram a couple days ago, I asked you guys to assume some things about me so that I could do the reacting to things people assume about me video. And you guys had some really good ones, and I did get a ton of just I love yous. So for everyone who just sent me an I love you, thank you, I appreciate that. So what I did is that whenever you guys wrote me in an assumption, I just put it in the notes of my phone so that I could remember what you guys said. But I didn't screenshot all of your assumptions, so I'm just going to read them off of my notes. So the first assumption is you wish you didn't become a dental hygienist. I think about this a lot, honestly, and my answer to that is yes and no, but I would say more so that's false. So I really do enjoy my job. I love my job. There are way more pros to my job than there are cons. I'm very happy with my decision, and I definitely don't feel like I regret it. But I do think sometimes, you know, if I would have gone another route and have done nursing, which I was really deeply considering when I was deciding for sure what I wanted to go to college for, I do wonder if I would have been happier if I would have gone the nursing route instead. But like I said, overall, no, I would say that that is not true. I don't regret my decision, and I'm very happy with my career choice. The next assumption was you don't swear. So this person's obviously never hung out with me before. It's not something that I would say I'm proud of, but yes, I definitely do swear a lot more than I would like to admit. My husband hates it. It's definitely something that I always say I'm going to work on, and my excuse is that I grew up with boys, so I grew up around it, but that's not really an excuse because I'm still in charge of my actions and my decisions, so I can't really blame them for anything. That's still on me, but yes, unfortunately, that is not true. Next assumption is Devin wasn't your first. And this is very false. Devin was my first. He was my first, my only, my last. I don't know if you realize this, but I started dating Devin when I was 14, so I mean, it wasn't that wild in middle school, so yeah, he was definitely my first. The next assumption was you're really quiet. So that's probably true. I mean, it depends on who I'm around. I was super shy as a child, and I would not talk to anybody. I would just like hide behind my mom's leg all the time. But now I feel like I'm way more outgoing than I've ever been, but I'm still pretty quiet around people I don't know. Like, I'm not this type of person who, I don't want this to sound bad, but I've been told that I'm not like an approachable person. If you saw me sitting out somewhere, I don't look like the type of person who will want you to come up and talk to me. Like, I look like someone who's like, leave me alone. Which is kind of true. I don't mind making new friends, but I'm definitely not gonna go out of my way to like go talk to a stranger typically. But yeah, I mean, it just depends on who I'm around. Like, if I'm around like my people, then yeah, I'm like definitely not quiet at all. I don't shut up. But if I'm around people I don't know or I'm not comfortable with, then yeah, I am really quiet. The next assumption is you took school too seriously. Yeah, I definitely did. I wouldn't say too seriously though. Like, I don't regret taking school so seriously. Like, I'm happy I did. I always really cared about my grades, and you know, elementary school, middle school, high school, even college, I was super studious. I really always wanted to make sure I did the best that I could because I knew that I wasn't ever going to have a chance or would ever want to do this again, so why would I not make the best of it? I definitely took it serious. I was the type of person where if I got a 98% on the test, that was horrible. I should have got 100. It wasn't good enough for me. Like, I'm very hard on myself about things like that. I always want to do the best that I possibly can, so if things aren't perfect, they're not good enough. So this kind of relates to the last one. The next one says, you loved college and you miss it. No, I hated it. It was fucking awful. It was the worst time of my whole life. Like, I remember my first job interview. They were asking about my experience in college, and I was like, it was fucking awful. I hated it. Not like, you know, going to dental hygiene school. I liked what I learned, but it took up all of my time, all of my thoughts. That was literally my entire life. I was there all day long, every single freaking day. Yeah, no, I definitely don't miss it. I loved what I learned. I loved the girls that I met They were really wonderful people, but yeah, no, I wouldn't say I love it, and I definitely don't miss it. It feels like, even though it was 5 years ago that I graduated, it feels like it was another lifetime ago. All right, my battery is dying, so I will be right back. So the next assumption was that you've kissed a lot of people. I feel like some of these are just kind of random things because they have nothing to do with me. Yeah, no, I definitely have not. Again, I started dating my husband when I was 14 and I'm 25, gonna be 26. So I'm not sure how wild you thought I was in middle school, but no. I think, let me see, I have kissed just 5 people. If I'm missing, I don't think I'm missing anyone. I think 5, yeah. And 3 of the 5 were only one time. So, I mean, if you really want to count that, there's only like 2 people I've actually really like kissed consistently before. So yeah, that's definitely not true. The next assumption is you love where you live. I do love where we live in the sense that we have all 4 seasons, which is really cool because a lot of people don't get to experience that. I love the city that we live in. It's a perfect size. I love the area of the city that we live in. I'm really shocked that I enjoy living in a city when I never thought I would say that. But I do think I would probably be happier if I lived somewhere where winter didn't take up like half of the freaking year. Like, our winters just seem like when they start, they never want to freaking end. So I could definitely live without winter being so freaking long, which that kind of sucks. But overall, yeah, I mean, I would say that's probably more true than false. Next one says you are really sensitive. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely sensitive, but also I'm like the type of person who, like, if you aren't like super important to me, then your opinion of me doesn't really matter. I obviously want people to think that I'm a good person and see that I'm a good person, but at the same time, I don't know, if someone that I really genuinely love and invest in says something negative about me, then yeah, I'm definitely going to be sensitive to it. So I guess it just depends on the person. But if you've never met me before and you're gonna say something negative, then like, why would I be sensitive to that? Because I know wholeheartedly who I am and I'm very proud of who I am. So like, I'm not gonna let someone else's assumption or view of me affect that, if that makes sense. The next assumption says you've never been heartbroken, and that is false. I definitely have had my heart broken. Only one time, and it sucked, and I felt like the world was gonna end and that I might die some days. But at the same time, like, that heartbreak led me to my now husband months later. So I don't know, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. So it's like, I'm glad that everything happened the way that it did when it did, because I feel like if the things didn't happen in my life leading up to today, my life wouldn't be the same. The chances of me meeting my husband in general the way that we did so young are really slim. So I just feel like, you know, if I needed that heartbreak to later, you know, find the person that I actually am supposed to be with for the rest of my life, then it was 100% worth it. The next one says you actually do like to party on the weekends, but you just pretend that you're a good girl. What the fuck? Yeah, that's definitely not true. I am home always on the weekends unless we're like window shopping or going to the movies. I'm definitely not a party person. I've never actually been to a... What was my phone? Third time is a charm, I hope. My memory card is full. I've never actually been to like a party before. Like, I've been to birthday parties, but not the parties that I'm sure they were insinuating. Yeah, no, that's definitely not true. Anyone who does know me knows that. The next one says you've never smoked. That is true. I have never smoked anything. I've never touched a lighter. I've never touched a match. I've never done any of that stuff. Like, I don't even know how to light a lighter or a match. That's how much I don't want to do that. I've never smoked anything. I've never taken anything. I don't even know what any of that stuff looks like. So yeah, that's definitely very true. The next one says, you don't like people. If I'm being totally honest, on my way to work in the mornings, I'm pretty sure that I say that I hate people like at least like twice. Because I can't stand drivers and people that do dumb shit and like they don't get in trouble for it. I just prefer to only be around certain ones or just in small groups of people. So I don't hate people. I don't hate anyone. That's a very, very strong word. But if you're saying I don't like people as like being around people, then that's true, because I definitely would rather be by myself. The next assumption says you had a killer childhood. And that is very true. I had a fantastic childhood and I would not trade it for literally anything. I couldn't have asked for a better childhood, period. So yes, I definitely did. I'm grateful that I did. All right, the last one says you want to replace your regular job income with your income from being a YouTuber. So there's something that I haven't said ever that I do want to talk about. I just haven't talked about it yet, because when you say something out loud in public, it makes it more real. And when you don't, it makes it less of a reality, because it's like, oh, well, no one knows about it. It's not as real as it is when people know. So I guess to answer this one, that would be cool to replace my regular jobs. I have 4. That income with being a YouTuber. It's not my goal. I think being a full-time YouTuber would be freaking awesome, but that's obviously years down the road. I'm not expecting anything to happen anytime soon. But there is a reason why I got into network marketing years ago and started really getting interested in making money online. And it's not a random thing. Like, there was a real situation that happened that really triggered that in me, and after looking into stuff, I really fell in love with it and I enjoy it a lot. I did go through a period of time where I hated having to be online 24/7 to work. It made me hate being online because it was just draining. So I went on a hiatus where like I wasn't online, I don't know, like a couple months. Like, I would check in rarely, but other than that, like, I literally never looked at it just because it just ruined it for me, you know? But yeah, I don't know. That's true and not true. Not true as in like, that's not my reason for doing YouTube, no. Sorry that it took so freaking long to finish this video, but I really appreciate you guys sending in your assumptions. You guys had some very interesting ones. I wasn't expecting a lot of those. Some of the ones that I was expecting to get, I did not get. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If I didn't get to your assumption, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure I got everybody's, so I think I'm safe. But if you did like the video, then make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you enjoy watching my videos, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!